Okay, so we're back and we're watching Facebook. See what it's going to do. So I'll show you a better example of how this works. Like if we have been doing this with eBay this morning. So here's eBay going up, up. You'd be adding to it. Now you're seeing it's starting to roll over and go lower. And so that becomes a nicely profitable trade. But we're not doing that. We're doing Facebook. So we'll go back to Facebook. So it looks like Facebook is probably out of steam. So let's see if we can get a nice drop out of eBay, or Facebook rather. So now what they teach us is, you pick a target. Now, is this realistic for it to get all the way back down here? Maybe not. So this is an 8-period moving average. So this is the average price over the last 8 bars. The blue line is the average price over the last 20 bars. So they say that you can use those as targets. So, if Facebook drops down into here, what I should do is take a little bit of profit if it gets to that green line. So I'm short 5. Let's say we'll cover 1 share. If it gets there, we'll cover a couple more shares if it gets to the blue line, and then hold the rest of it down here for 59.80. And that dotted line right here is the prior day's close. So that green line is at 60.77. So that's what I'll be looking for. Or you can see it actually up here. It has the price 60.78 would be the first target. 60.06 right here is the second target, and then 59, I think it was 80-ish, becomes the last target. So right here is the bid and the ask. So what I want to do is be bidding around 60.78. I'll probably do 60.80. I'd hate for it to get close and then not get there. The trick is now that it's coming into that whole number at 61, well, that whole number, are there people that are out there saying, oh, wow, what, if Facebook pulls back to 61, I want to be a buyer. So that becomes, and you can see how it's kind of popping up. There were orders there that as it approached 61, they wanted to buy it. But there's also day traders that are now looking to short this stock. It ran up, and there are bears and there are bulls out there, and that's why they make it. That's why it's a market. And since we pretty much can't do this all day because I got other trades I want to do, I think what I'll do is I'll just cover the entire amount if we can get to that 60.78 mark. And that way we can be at the end of the video, because at least you'll have an idea of how this would work. Now what's happening is over time this line is going higher and higher, So the stock may not come down to the line. The stock could stay up there, but the line's going to keep moving higher, and that's something to consider as well. So when that happens, watch here. It once we hit the next 5 minute period ends and we start a new bar, this number is going to go higher, probably closer to 60.90. Come on, Facebook. I'm going to put my order in here to cover at 60.94. We'll go a penny above it, which is just above that right there. My gold trade is starting to trigger, so I'm going to go over to gold real quick. And so my chart says I can buy 15 shares of gold. So I'm going to buy 15. And my stop on gold is 14 cents. So I got in at 123.32, and I'm going to subtract 14 cents. So my stop on it, just to show you how I do that, my stop is going to be down here. I'm going to set it at 123.18. And so, it either hits my stop or it doesn't. I'm expecting gold. It's trading in here. It tried to go lower. There's a support line, so let's go back to that. Whoops. And so you can see it's down in here into this support line. If we go in here, it's into that support line, so I think that price is going to hold. So that's why I'm buying it there. You can see it's support in there, so that's why I like it there. It should hold support. It can get probably all the way back up to 124 on a rally. So we'll see. We'll go back to our Facebook trade. Facebook's holding up, but it's showing a little signs of weaknesses with these red bars, but it's not coming back in hard. Not the way eBay did. I mean, this is what you want to see: the run up and then pulling back into that green line, and you take your profits. Facebook is just staying really strong. These what they call topping tails are a sign of selling pressure up in that area. But we'll see. You see, gold is working a little bit. I'm up 45 cents on gold. Woohoo! So So now, I mean, it's not coming in hard. So what's going to happen is once we get to, um, 10, 10 minutes after the hour, um, that number is going to go up because we have another 5 minute bar in there. So that's going to go up. It's going to move that green line up, and I'm going to have to, sell it at that green line. But I have the order to cover at 60.95. It's, only not too far away, 15 cents, 10 cents away. I'm up $1.39 on Facebook right now. See if we can come down and get to that green line. And here in about 5 seconds, you're going to see the green line pop up. That number is going to go higher. Now it's 61.02. So now it's right at the green line at 61.02. Could it go, further below it? Maybe. But I'm going to put the order in at 61.02 now. So we're going to change this to cover at 61.02. But what a lot of traders do is they look to, this goes up. When it gets near the green line, they buy. So didn't quite, it sort of touched it. I was a little slow on the trigger. Let's see if it will go down or come down and cover me. Should have been a little faster on the trigger. That's 61.02 because it did get there. The low of that bar, as you can, if you look over here where it says low, below right there was 61.01. So I was there. I just missed it. Oh well, it happens. If I wasn't recording and whatever, I probably would have just done it. But so we'll just try it again. So now it's going to try to go higher. We'll see what happens if it gets back up into these prior highs. Technically I'm still profitable on this trade by 59 cents. Gold went back to even. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I was supposed to take a screen print of gold when I took my entry. And I forgot to do that. So let's go back and do that because I take pictures of all my charts so that I can go back and review what I did right and what I did wrong. So I do that. And I do this. Okay, I have my picture of gold. Oh, Facebook. Come on, what do you say? Let's get back down there. Oh, look at gold rallying just like I thought it would do. So then what I do is when that's up to $4, I take a third of it off. So lock in a little profit and then I'll move my stop to break even. So that way, worst case, I made a little bit. It's kind of free money at that point. So I'm at $4 on gold. So I'm going to sell 5 shares of gold. So and then I'm going to move my break even. So I got in at 123.32. So I move my stop to 123.32. So if it hits my stop, you know what, I made a little bit, but now I'm going to give it room to run. We'll see what gold. You can see that nice move up in gold there. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Facebook 6102 is where I want to get covered. Boom, covered. And that's the end of